Aveline and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we're building a 30 by 30, or we're building on a 30 by 30 in Newcrest, and this house is for my save file, by the way, which means that we're only missing one more lot in this world. So that is going to be the 50 by 40. I have no idea when I'll have time to build that house, but hopefully sometime soon. I do have an idea of what I want the house to look like on that lot, but I need the time to build it because I know that's going to take a while to do. But yeah, super exciting. We're only missing one more lot in this world. So yeah, I hope you guys like this house though. It is a very, or I want to say it's a fairly simple modern house. It's definitely not, shape-wise, it's not as intricate as some of my other modern houses have been. Not that I make the most like complicated looking modern houses, but I do feel like this one is very simple. So it was inspired by a picture that I saw, or not a picture, it was inspired by a drawing that I saw on Pinterest, and I just really liked how the house looked. I only saw the facade of the house. I don't think there was a backside to it, but I just really like how it looked. It was like plain white and just fairly simple, and yeah, I thought this would do good in my save file. I really like it. So we're building something like, you know, the picture that I saw on Pinterest, but it is a little bit different. So I had a lot of fun with it, and I feel like for this one, I wasn't really, like, I don't really have like a set background story for the family living in this house. I may leave this one empty actually, I don't fully know. I've actually not considered what houses I'm going to leave empty in my save file because they're all either starter houses or very expensive. I think there's one that's fairly affordable, maybe two houses, but other than those two houses, everything else is so expensive. So I'm not sure about that. I also found out that I completely forgotten to build a house for the Goths, for example. I also forgot the Calientes. So I don't know about those households. We'll figure it out though. But anyways, that's for another day. Today we're building this house. So like I said before, I don't really have like a set background story for the house or for the family living in this house, but I do think that one of the parents is definitely either in business or something like that, and I kind of imagined the other parent to either be a food critic or in the culinary career, so possibly a cook or something like that. So there's a lot of bedrooms in this house if I recall correctly. I think on the ground floor I had to put one in for a teen just because I had way too much space on the ground floor, so I decided to just put like a teen boy's room down there so he could kind of be isolated from the rest of the family who all are sleeping on the second floor. So there are, I think, 3 bedrooms on the second floor and also 3 bathrooms. So the parents' bedroom is on the second floor, and also there'll be another teen's bedroom up there that's for a girl, and then there's also one for a kid. So it's got room for about 5 Sims total. You could totally fit in like a pet in here or something like that. There's a lot of space in this house for a 30 by 30. I don't know, it's not often that I build. Actually, I built on a 30 by 30 in Brindleton last week, but I do feel like it's not often that I build on this lot size because it's kind of weird. It's like there's not enough space for a backyard if you fill out the entire lot, like wide. When it comes to the width of the lot, it does not make any sense. You either have to make a very wide house to kind of fill up the entire lot, or just make a very small backyard or something. It's a little bit weird, but I do like how this house turned out, like I said before, so I hope you guys like it as well. So on the ground floor, we got a fairly open floor plan actually. I kind of felt like the house it would be fitting for this house. So there's a big kitchen where there's also a breakfast nook, although there's only 4 chairs around that table though, so one of the Sims will have to sit out, but I imagine one of the teens to maybe be a little bit lazy in the mornings or something like that, so it's completely fine. There's also a dining area in a room by itself. You have to go through that room to get to the living room though, so it's kind of like in a hallway a little bit, but that's just how the floor plan worked, to be honest. But there's also a door to the backyard in the dining area, dining room, whatever you want to call that room. And there's another like dining table in the backyard where all your Sims can sit and eat together. There's actually a total of 7 chairs in the backyard, so I did make sure that every Sim could sit together in the backyard and eat together and stuff. Of course, they also have a grill out there because I need grills in my family houses. So yes, they have a little bit of dining area outside as well, and then they have a fairly big living room. You'll see me struggle, or kind of struggle, with the floor plan in a little bit actually, because the whole area, or the left area of the house, is it's huge. As you can see right here, it's huge. There's a lot of windows on either end of this big room, so I was struggling a little bit with what to do for this area, because I wanted to fit in a bathroom and also 2 smaller rooms. Possibly at that time I didn't really know that one of them is going to be a bedroom, but I was kind of thinking that maybe hopefully I could fit in another bedroom on the ground floor. And then I also wanted there to be an office, because I figure if one of the parents is in business or something like that, they would need an office at home so they can do work from home as well. I just feel like business people work a lot all the time, so they have to have their own office at home as well. So I needed to fit in an extra 2 rooms, plus that room in itself was just way too big for me for a living room by itself. Like, no, this is way too much space. So I was struggling with that a little bit, but I do figure it out just in a few minutes. So don't worry about that. We'll get back to the floor plan because it's not very good right now. And also, as you can see on the left side as well, I did put in a sunroom that I do expand just a little bit. So it's actually going to be about 6x4 total, so 6x4 tiles, I mean, just because I wanted there to be like a proper sitting area out there so they can sit out there and eat together. And I also wanted there to be a little bit of a gardening area out there as well. I just figured it would kind of be nice. Plus, there is something eco about this house as well. I think it's just because it's white, so to me that's just eco. I know it doesn't work like that, don't worry. There's nothing eco about white, but like about a color, or white is not actually a color, but you know what I mean anyways. So yeah, I just wanted there to be a lot of plants out in the sunroom as well, so they have this little area over here on the left side. So yeah, I think that's about everything that is actually in the house, or everything that I make room for. Of course, if you download this house, you can edit it, you know, however, like to whatever you want. Doesn't make any sense. Like, you can change the floor plan completely if you want to. You can empty out the house as well if you want to. I am completely fine with that, but this is just how much I managed to fit in here. So I do want to say sorry that I haven't really been very active here on the channel for the last couple of days. I've been having some health problems that I'm not gonna get into, but it's all sorted now. Don't worry, we're back on track, and I'm gonna be pre-recording like crazy for the next 2 weeks before I go to LA, which I'm so excited about. So there'll be lots and lots of videos up. And also, by the way, sorry that I didn't do part 2 of my Let's Build yesterday. It was supposed to go up yesterday, but like I said, I couldn't record because of health issues. So I am going to do that for tomorrow instead. So if you're building on the sorority house with me, or if you're interested in that, part 2 will be coming up tomorrow on the channel. I'll make sure to record it tomorrow at some point. And I don't know, I'm really hoping for some kind of announcement today because it's Tuesday, and I just feel like EA Play is coming up very soon. I think the next expansion pack is coming out at the end of June, so there should be an announcement at some point either this week or next week, the latest. I can't imagine it being any later than that. That wouldn't make sense with EA Play coming up, so I'm kind of like trying to keep track of Twitter at the same time as I'm doing this voiceover because I don't know what's gonna happen, and I just feel like something is happening today. I could be wrong though, but I might just be hyping myself up a little bit too much because I'm so excited about new content, but I do feel like something is going to happen today, so I don't know. I could be very wrong though. I hope not. And then I also want to say thank you so freaking much for 60,000. I think we've hit 61,000 now, but I haven't made a video since we hit 60,000, so I just want to say thank you so freaking much. Like, that's a crazy number. What the heck happened? I don't even know. That's amazing. Thank you guys so much. Like, I can't put into words like how happy I am for, or about all the support that I'm getting from you guys. Like, it's just crazy. It means so much to me. So I just really wanted to say thank you now that I'm doing a voiceover, because I really wanted to say it earlier, but like on the community tab or something, but I feel like that's a little bit impersonal sometimes. So it's just better to just say it to you guys instead. So yeah, but anyways, thank you again. It means so much to me, and I can't wait to share more content with you guys. I'm looking so much forward to, that sounded weird. I'm looking forward to whatever's coming next so much, and I can't wait to just go crazy with the new packs that we're getting and all that stuff. So yes, expect lots and lots of new content. But anyways, moving on to the interior. So as you can see, I kept it fairly black and white throughout the house actually. The only color that's in the house, I think it's the flooring to be honest, and then the doors as well that are light brown because we don't have black and white doors. Hopefully they'll come sometime soon. I'm really hoping for it. They did tease something about a white door on Twitter at some point, or not a white door, a black door, like a plain black swatch of some of the other traditional doors. So maybe at some point they'll do like an update with a lot of black and white swatches. That would be freaking amazing. Like they did the white shelf as well. I would die for that. So hoping that'll happen at some point. But today we're going for the light brown swatches instead because we don't have like proper modern doors or contemporary doors other than those ones that are base game, and I don't know, they don't come in white and black, so that's just how that is sometimes. But yeah, anyways, so like I said, not a lot of color throughout this house. I just felt like keeping it black and white because it kind of fit the exterior as well. Like you saw before, we didn't put a lot of color on the exterior, only through landscaping actually, so flowers and bushes with a few color in it, or actually I feel like the landscaping is fairly colorful outside. It was kind of like a contrast to the rest of the house, so maybe I went a little bit crazy with it. You guys know how I feel about plants and landscaping and all that stuff. So oh yeah, we do add a little bit of color through some paintings here and there. Like I'm using this one, which I believe is from base game, but I could be wrong. It could be from Dine Out or something like that. I think it's base game though. And then I'm also using like a famous pictures or paintings as well throughout the house, just here and there, mainly in the colorful swatches, just because I wanted there to be a little bit of color. But it's definitely mainly black and white throughout this house. Definitely just, I really try to stick to it. You guys know that I like to use a lot of color in my interiors, but for this house, like I said before, I just felt like it fit it a little bit better if we just went with black and white. So, and then here I took a look at the exterior of the house and I realized that the window trims were gray and I really wanted them to be black, just like a contrast, or as a contrast to the rest of the house, and also because the few Get Famous windows that I used on this house also had black trims. So I took the Get Together, the very simple pillars, I don't remember what they're called right now. They have like a experience pillar or something like that, I don't fully remember, but I took those and then just put them where the window trims are to kind of cover up the gray. And yeah, now it looks like they have black window trims instead, which I think was a lot better than the gray color they had before. So we've moved on to the living room, and I was struggling a little bit with the layout here because, like I said before, this living room is fairly big for me. I kind of tend to stick to like maybe like 6x4 living rooms, 6x5 living rooms, maybe something like that. Actually, someone asked me on my Discord server if I have specific sizes for different rooms that I tend to go for. So for bedrooms, for example, I like when a bedroom is a 5x4 tiles. I just feel like that's a good size for a bedroom because everything will kind of be close together and you can fit in, like if you're making a teens room that's 5x4, you can fit in some hobby items, and if you're making a parent's bedroom or a master bedroom, maybe the master bedroom should be a little bit bigger than that, but if you're making a parent's bedroom that's 5x4 as well, you can fit in, you know, a dresser and a mirror and all that good stuff, all the essentials. So that's definitely like a size that I tend to go for bedrooms. But and then like 3x2 for bathrooms. I didn't realize I had like a specific size when it came to different rooms, but once I got that question, I sat down and kind of thought about it and I was like, yeah, I do actually when I do floor plans. It's kind of funny. But anyways, we're basically almost done with the living room. Sorry, I just talked over it, but as you can see, we went with, or you can't actually see right now, where's that shelf unit from? I've been using it a fair amount lately, I feel like. I think it's from City Living or something like that. I don't know, it's very funky. I kind of like it, so I've been using it a little bit bit lately, but as you can see, we went for the Get Famous couches, and then I paired it with a base game, one of the, what's it called, one of the end tables that we got with the newest free update, and then I also went with a coffee table from Seasons. I kind of like that little mix there, so very black and white. The rug as well was from Parenthood. It's also very white, so I just like how that little corner turned out in the end. They have a big TV and also a fireplace. So yeah, and moving on to the office here. So like I said before, I really wanted to make sure that they had like a proper office in here or in this house, because I did feel like it would be for a business person kind of, or maybe the food critic, or if it's a food critic, I don't fully know. Actually, let me know what you think the other parent should be, like the other parent living in this house, because I don't fully know. Sometimes I'm not entirely sure about the background stories for my families. Sorry about that, but definitely feel like one of them should be a business person. So I needed them to have like a nice home office. So I took the counters here and then the island counters that are from Spa Day and mixed them together. So you can use an island counter as a desk as long as you use a bar stool, because if you place a normal stool behind it, it won't, or a normal chair behind it, it won't work. So, but you can use it just fine for or as a desk as long as you place a bar stool behind it. I kind of like how it looks now, and then just mixing it up a little bit or switching it up a little bit. So I have done that a couple of times by now, but I just like the look of it. And then I just used a lot of clutter on the bookcases around this place as well, or in this room as well. So I used two of the new base game bookcases that we got with the newest free update, and they're hanging on the wall or they're mounted on the wall, and I really like that because we don't have a lot of those. You can use some of the other bookcases that we have in the game and size them down and then raise them up with a 9 key, but I'm not entirely sure if they're actually functionable when you do that, like if they work for gameplay when you do that. So I just like the ones that are mounted on the wall. I wish we had more of them because they take up less space basically, so they're nice when it comes to some interiors. We definitely need more of those, but anyways, we've moved on from the office already. It was a fairly simple office. I did manage to put in another bookcase as well that should definitely be accessible for your Sims, and then also a small love seat or a two-person couch as well, so they can sit over there and read. And then we're moving on to the parents' bedroom, which is actually really simple. I did not want this to be over cluttered. I didn't want there to be too much decor in here either, or too much furniture, so it's a very simple bedroom. But they do have their own terrace, where I think I ended up putting some lounge chairs on the terrace, maybe a table as well for 3 people or 2 people, something like that. Don't fully remember because I forgot to do the terraces until I went to the exterior and did the backyard, so sorry about that, but I think there should be something like that on the terrace. You'll see that later on. Actually, about every room but the boy teens or the teen boys room, which is on the ground floor, every other bedroom has their own terrace, which is not often that happens. And sometimes I'll have like one bedroom with a terrace and it's a very tiny bedroom, and I don't feel like I can give that to the parents, which means that I'll have to give it to like either a teen or a kid, and they'll end up with their own terrace, which is a little bit weird when the parents don't have one, because you kind of think that if a house has just one terrace, it has to go to the parents, right? Because it's their house. I don't know, I just feel like it works like that for whatever reason. But in this house, all the bedrooms on the second floor at least have their own terrace. So I'm sure the teen girl that lives up here will be very happy about that when she has friends over, or you know, whatever. So she can sit out there with them and they can talk together, something like that. So also, sorry to break in or to announce this in the middle of the voiceover or whatever, but I just read on Twitter that every person who doesn't have the Sims 4 base game can go on Origin right now and get it for free for the next 7 days, which I want to say is pretty freaking awesome. So if you don't have Sims 4 and you really want it, you can go on Origin and get it for free. You can claim it for free, so I think you should definitely do that. I recommend this game, and especially if you can get it for free, like, go do it. So anyways, it's on Origin like I said before, but I thought I would just update you guys, I guess, even though I was keeping an eye on Twitter, like I said before, to see if they were gonna announce a new EP or like tease it or something. Maybe we'd get a trailer tomorrow, but it looks like it's not happening today, so maybe hopefully hopefully tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day, so I'm gonna continue to keep an eye on it tomorrow, but no EP announcement today, but I mean, you can get Sims 4 for free on Origin, which is pretty freaking awesome, so. But yeah, I kind of talked over the teens bedroom, sorry about that, or the teen girls bedroom, but like you saw just before, I'm kind of trying to make all of the bedrooms in this house kind of fit the rest of the house actually, so we're sticking to black and white mainly for the rooms. I did add a little bit of color in here with the wall paint and a little bit of color in the teen girls room with the wall paint as well, but other than that it's mainly black and white, I want to say, except from the toys in this room because this is for the kid and there's a lot of like kids stuff that you can't get in black and white unfortunately, so I just kind of had to go with it. I went for yellow, of course I did, and a little bit of blue because that is one of my favorite color schemes. It just makes me really, really happy. It kind of reminds me of summer, even though I'm not the best with summer because I am ginger, but still, it kind of reminds me of summer, which makes me happy. So yeah, that's the color scheme I went for in here, but like muted still at the same time, and I try to go for black and white furniture when I could, as you can see, with the bed and the bedside table, also the bookcase over there, and also the dresser right here, and it's just a cutesy kind of bedroom, to be honest. And I decided to not give the kid a toy box, by the way, because sometimes, or every time you give your Sims toy boxes, someone will start cleaning up the place and put all the toys back in the toy box, which means that after you've spent a long time placing the toys everywhere, you know, putting toys where you thought would be kind of cute, like sort of like decor, they'll be put back in a toy box. All your hard work will be for nothing. So I decided to not give them a toy box this time, and also just to, you know, save the space as well. But I did give them a desk over here, so, and also a journal so they can sit over there and do their homework and write in their journal and stuff like that. I think the journal, I've mentioned this many times, but the journal is just such a cute item to give both teens and also kids in the game because I like the interactions they have with it. And yeah, I don't know, I use it so often. I give all my teens journals and often also kids. So it's from Parenthood, by the way, if you were wondering. But now we moved on to the teen boys room, which is on the ground floor. So this is the last room I think I'm decorating. I think maybe one of the bathrooms on the second floor is the very last one, but this is the last like non-bathroom room that I'm decorating, and sticking to the same color scheme as before, black and white, and then I also added a little bit of gray in here as well. And I couldn't fit in a computer in the teen girls bedroom, so it's not that I'm favorizing the boy, but he had a little bit more room in his bedroom. He also doesn't have a terrace though, so there is that. He got a computer instead of a terrace. But yeah, he's a little bit spoiled compared to the girl apparently, because she didn't get a laptop or a computer or anything like that, but he did, so he's very lucky in that way. But anyways, this room is very simple, I feel. It's just, I put a little bit of clutter here and there, and some of these items that's in the, no, it's not in the debug catalog, but you do have to activate the show hidden objects cheat for them to pop up in the menu or in the build and buy catalog. So if you're not sure what that is, by the way, it's a cheat that kind of unlocks a lot of different items that you'd have to unlock through gameplay, or, you know, collectibles and stuff like that. You can find that in the build buy catalog if you use those cheats. And if you're wondering what cheats I use, by the way, they're always written in the description down below, by the way, so definitely check that out if you're curious. I use, if you're not gonna read the description, I use show hidden objects and ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement, which is the longest cheat ever. Actually, it's not. One of the skill level, okay, so if you don't have MCCC, you're gonna have to use cheats instead to max out your Sims skill levels if you're interested in doing that. And one of those cheats is just like insanely long and complicated, and I don't remember it right now, but the longest build by cheat that I know is ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement. And the day that I figured out how to remember that cheat. I was so proud of myself. But anyways, my cheats are always written in the description down below. Also the title of the build when it's uploaded to the gallery, and the price, and how many bedrooms, how many rooms, or how many Sims can live in the house, and how many bathrooms, etc, etc. It's always written in the description down below, by the way, so if you're wondering about any of that stuff, I recommend that you check out the description. So, but anyways, we moved on to the backyard now, and I wasn't really sure what to do with the backyard space, to be honest, but I end up changing it from a fair amount from what it looks like right now. So the pool here will be on a foundation that's the same height as the house, and I also managed to fit in both a grill area, so there's a grill area and I think also a lounge area, but I actually put in a big dining table and also a smaller one, so if they have guests over, or you know, friends over, family over, whatever, they can also sit out here and eat with them, and I figured that would just be really nice. So, and then over here I really wanted to use the pirate ship because I feel like it's been a while since I used it, but it was just too massive for this backyard, not enough space for that, so I ended up putting the monkey jungle bar, or whatever that's called, right here in the sand pit, and then there's a swing next to it, so the child in this house has plenty of stuff to do. And now is when I add the foundation right here. So I just felt like it looked a little bit better for some reason. I like to play around with foundations when it comes to modern houses, or for backyards or front yards for modern houses. I just like to experiment in it a little bit, or experiment with it a little bit. I feel like my English is going really well today, but it's been a while since I've done like a longer voiceover actually, because if you, I don't know, if you do speed builds, you can probably relate, but like voiceovers is something you have to do every other day, otherwise it feels like you're rusty already, if you get what I mean. So I haven't done a longer voiceover since either Saturday or Friday, and now I feel really out of practice basically, but I feel like I went through or got through this voiceover fairly well. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it though. If you like this build, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. As always, do let me know in the comment section down below if there's anything you want to see here on the channel. I write everything down in my planner, so just write away. And then I also want to say thank you again for 61,000 subscribers. That is absolutely amazing, and also welcome to everyone who's new. I hope you guys are enjoying the content, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
No one else makes me feel this way. Don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand? Look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with you. Giving me your love, giving me your love. All that we have is each other now. Promise you won't leave my side. I hope who I am is enough for you. If I'm giving you my love, giving you my love, love. Tell me what you wanna do. I'll do anything, as long as I can be here with you. Everything's alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here.